Hey, welcome back to Skyblock, where between videos I've been doing just a lot of resource gathering. I've been running the mystical agriculture, I've been going to the other dimensions, I've been doing a ton of stuff, which is also why I've had to upgrade my tools so that they wouldn't die so quickly. And I'm just getting a little bit sick of it, and I think there's a more efficient way of doing it. So in the past I've used a void miner before, to just mine things for me, but that doesn't exist in this pack. So, I think I'll try learning how to use the digital miner for Mechanism, which... it looks a little complicated. No, this isn't too bad. What's this teleportation core about? Oh yeah, easy. That's easy. I can make a digital miner, no problem. I'm gonna automate most of the things required to make it. So, digital miner... logistical sorter. A robot. Okay, robot looks a little complicated. He takes a personal chest. Oh, I can make that easy. Refined obsidian ingot. I need an osmium compressor. You know, I might just make this myself. Instead of automating the robot. Teleportation core. And then atomic alloy. I don't... I need refined obsidian dust, which is powdered obsidian and diamond. Because of the way that I've set this up, I have to try and preemptively make some of this. Ah, you can just modify the amount directly. Okay. So that's how I make refined obsidian dust. Regular obsidian dust. Oh, easy. I need 4 refined obsidian dust and 1 reinforced alloy to make an atomic alloy. Right. Automating the metallurgic infuser is a little bit weird and difficult. Mostly because I'm trying to do it with just the one infuser. So, can I make the digital miner? I need 10 steel dust. I might need to go down the line for how to make steel dust now. Or just not. Just do it manually. And I'll just make the refined obsidian myself. Okay, there we go. Now I can make the digital miner. I might have done my math wrong. It only takes 10 millibuckets of diamond. And I get 80 with enriched diamond. So I'm putting twice as much diamond in as I need to. I'll just adjust the amounts, and that should fix it. And I've got the digital miner now. So, it says it can mine whatever block you tell it to within a 32 block radius. Well, first I want to try it in the end, to see if maybe I can get some unobtainium with it. But if it's only a 32 block radius, that might be a no. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Can I just tell it search for a tag ore? How does this work? Oh, okay, that's something. I can filter based on the mod. There's nothing nearby of the mod or the modium. So it doesn't find any unobtainium around here. None here either. Okay. Something tells me the digital miner wasn't the best idea for unobtainium. Let's see then if it works in the other. So there's no vibranium around here then. Just for argument's sake. Okay, I think it might just not work. Because if it's looking for the all the ores mod, that's every single ore in here is part of the all the ores mod. And if it can't find any, then it probably doesn't work. Maybe I just need to give it power? Oh, I have to make it start before it actually mines anything. So if I try it again, back searching for vibranium. Whoa, it's found a lot. Surely it's not all vibranium then. So it's trying to find any of these blocks around here. I guess if there's an ancient village somewhere down there, it's gonna start mining it. But I highly doubt there's 244,000 items. Either way, this consumes so much more power than I can actually generate currently. Well, either way, I think I'm going to have to shelve this for the time being because it is not at all practical. Maybe if I can generate power easier, I can try. But I'm still in a bit of a mechanism mood. And I do need to get antimatter pellets at some point, so sure. I'll figure out how to get that. So we need a chemical crystallizer first and foremost. I can work backwards with this. And to get antimatter, I need 1,000 millibuckets. And I get 1 millibucket from 1,000 millibuckets of polonium. Now this supercritical phase shifter, how do I make that? Is there a quest for it? I don't think so. Let's just keep going down the line. So polonium, I generate 1 millibucket from 10 millibuckets of nuclear waste in a solar neutron activator. That's just one machine. That's easy enough. And nuclear waste I can either get from a bee, which probably requires nuclear waste to begin with, although that's not too bad at producing it. Maybe I want to get a nuclear waste bee. Oh, hang on. The reason why I haven't bothered with these bees so far is they normally take a massive amount of time to breed up to the one that you want, and then you also need a block of the thing that they pollinate to be able to generate the resource. But this radioactive bees have a chance to become wasted radioactive bees, and they don't pollinate. They just generate it over time? How do I get a radioactive bee? Oh. Iron bee and Cree bee. Iron bee... Could I not just make the swan egg for an iron bee? That sounds simple enough. Because going the rest of this, it might get complicated quick. A Cree bee, that's just a regular bee in TNT. This might not be that difficult, actually, if I go the bee route. I think I'm gonna go the bee route instead of the mechanism route. I don't think I can craft a spawn egg for an iron bee. I might just have to go down the line. Do I have to find a crystalline bee? And this ashy miney bee. I can spawn it with a gravel nest? Okay, maybe that's not too hard. So there's a gravel nest. And a quartz nest. I need nether quartz ore. I guess I could make it in a combiner, sure. Here's the combiner. I need to crush up a bunch of quartz dust. And netherrack and quartz dust makes nether quartz ore. And then I can make a quartz nest. Okay. All this for an iron bee? Something tells me that's a bit over the top. And the Cree bee, I need to just get a regular bee. Which, I think there's a doll for that? Yeah, buzzing doll. So, I need to get myself a bee. Oh, I'll turn it into a Cree bee, and then I'll pick it up. So, I have a Cree bee. Now I just need the iron bee, which is from the other two. So the gravel nest is from the overworld. I can plonk it down anywhere. Use a honey treat on it to attract a bee. A honey treat. I need to do stuff with bees already. A honey block and 4 honeycomb. So I need to just generate a bunch of regular bees for a bit. I'll get 3 beehives. I'll get 9 buzzing dolls. I'll get 9 barrels. I need to get 9 buckets of witch water. And I'll need a large space to be able to build all the infrastructure for this. What kind of a surface would bees like to live on? Probably just dirt. I have an idea. This might be terrible, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make a platform out of leaves. And it's twilight leaves because I do all of my wood mining in the twilight forest now, and this is just all I've got. So the bees are gonna be living inside of a giant tree house, I guess. Now I need to, like, build a... What's the name of a giant bee area? Apiary? I'm not gonna make it terribly complicated. Basically just gonna do a basic house design. But instead of planks, it's gonna be leaves. And I'll have to seal them in with some glass. I need to get some kind of an entrance into here. So, I'm gonna use elevator blocks. I haven't used them yet. I made a ton of them because I remembered they existed. So no bees should be able to get in here now. Actually, I think it might be better if I put the elevator on the bottom instead of in the roof. There we go. There's my entrance. So I've calculated all of this around the fact that you can fit 3 bees in each hive. So I'm going to have 9 bees in this apiary. I'm just going to keep calling it an apiary. I'll look it up while I'm editing, see if apiary is actually the name of a beehive. But here we go, 9 bees. This looks way more ominous than it actually is. There we go. 9 happy bees. Now I have to be very careful not to attack these guys, because if I hit one of them, then they'll all come after me, and if they attack me once, they will die. Just like real bees. And I think I need flowers for them, or can they pollinate off of the leaves? Now I also need to get the system that will harvest this stuff for me. Wait a minute, I might be overcomplicating this. Does a hive hopper just automatically take an output from a beehive? Because if it does, that makes everything a lot easier. I have a tendency of doing this in mod packs, where I resort to the vanilla method well before I consider any modded method. Okay, hive hopper. Carefully extracts products from beehives. Okay, so does it take honey and comb? So then I can have all the items pump out into this chest, and then all of the honey into this fluid tank. Okay, that is a significantly more elegant solution than the redstone one. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to try and get these flowering azaleas. And I should be able to do that if I bone meal moss. Yeah, eventually it makes a flowering azalea. Then I can use that to get the leaves. And I'm specifically getting flowering azalea leaves because I can just seamlessly add them in here. Yeah, and they can use the azalea leaves to pollinate. It might not work from above, actually. No, it doesn't look like any of them pollinated at all. Now, it'd be a bit risky if I was to try and remove those now, because then they'd be angry that I destroyed the thing that they're pollinating. I'm going to come back at night and move that around. There we go. Now they've got a bunch more flowering azalea leaves. Well, they're definitely doing a lot of pollinating. Is the hive any different? No, I'm not seeing any honey coming out of it. Maybe I need to put a tool inside of here? I'm going to check the thermalpedia. I'm not getting anything different in the thermalpedia. Oh, no, it works. I just wasn't being patient enough. Okay. I might want to alter this a little bit. Instead, I'll have it go into a casting table. Can I just do that? Yeah. And then it'll put honey into the casting table. It'll bottle it, and then I get honey bottles out. Okay, so I'm producing honey now. The first step. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot more than that along the way. I don't think I'll be following this tree. Like, at all. Because I'm just doing this solely for the sake of getting a nuclear waste bee. It's so absurd, but that's exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, now I can make 2 honey treats. That is a lot more than 2. I guess maybe then I can get multiple waste bees? I'll just make 1. And I can expand it between videos. Okay. What did the... Oh, now there's a cooldown before it'll generate the bee. I can make more honey treats, that's fine. Now, I just want to see if the gravel nest can make... It can make the ashy miney bee that I want. It can also make the chocolate mining bee, the digger bee. Okay, just the chocolate mining bee and the digger bee. The other nests have an increased chance of it, though. The biggest chance is from the sand nest. So if this doesn't work, I'll swap it out for a sand nest. I'm spending all of my honey on treats to try and accelerate this. I think I'm getting diminishing rewards. I might just wait the next... What would that be, 4 minutes? Okay, 5 seconds left. Need to get ready. What bee is it going to generate? Ashy miney bee! The one that I needed! Good! That was a 1 in 3. And the quartz nest does have to be in the nether. Good thing I've made all this space for it. Okay, let's see. How long is 900 seconds? 15 minutes. I'm not waiting 15 minutes. Does the timer keep going while I'm gone? Probably not. But the bees don't produce either. Ah, if I make a centrifuge, I can turn my bonus honeycomb into honey. So how does this work? I guess it just makes it passively. How do I get the honey out of this, though? Also, I think a powered centrifuge might be a better idea. It's a bit quicker. There's 8 more honey treats. Hopefully that'll make it quick enough that I can actually bear waiting. 350 seconds, fine. That's like 6-7 minutes. Probably spent about 6 or 7 minutes generating those extra honey treats, so it's probably cancelled out. 5 seconds left. Oh no, my mouse has died. I left it too long. Oh, it's back. No, don't leave me be. No, okay, there we go. Configurable bee. I'm pretty sure it was a crystalline bee. So, now I have all of the bees that I need. Just checking, this is... Oh no, yeah, it's crystalline bee. Don't run away. Get back in there. I have all the bees that I need. Now, I'm gonna make a new apiary for these guys. Ooh, I think it barely fits. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this is 2 blocks from the edge. That's why my calculations are just a little bit off. Oh well, this is fine too. Okay, so I've got this apiary space. Gonna need to make the entrance again. There we go, there's the entrance. It's kind of annoying me that this hive is out of place. If this changes between videos, you know why. So, I need the ashy miney bee and the crystalline bee. I need them to breed. It's a tin bee. I don't want a tin bee. How long until these guys can... Oh, they can't breed for a while. I can get a copper bee, a tin bee, an aluminium bee, or an iron bee. So it's a 1 in 4 that I get the one that I want. And then the iron bee and the cree bee, it's a 50% chance I get a uranite and a 50% chance I get a radioactive. Iron bee. Aluminium bee. God damn it. Let's try one more time. Iron bee. No, copper bee. I've literally gone wrong in every possible way. Okay, I've failed this many times. I must be doing something wrong here. I've got so many duplicates now and no iron bees. I don't think it's statistically possible for that to happen. What am I missing? Is it because I'm not using a breeding chamber? I'll see if that changes anything. Okay, I've got this breeding chamber. What do I do? Okay, I just pick up the 2 bees that I want. This button does not work yet. So I can just re-roll the dice. I think. Either way, this is much quicker at re-rolling the dice. There's the iron bee. I only had to re-roll another 12 times. Oh, it's gonna take a little while. But it's guaranteed at the very least. Ugh. I spent a good hour just sat in a corner breeding bees. I really should have looked into this, shouldn't I? While I was waiting, I was looking into other things, like, oh, I can, if I use an advanced beehive, I can make its size bigger. It can hold 2 more bees. That could be good. Or this incubator, so I can immediately grow the bee, but this might just do that, I don't know. The quest menu says nothing about the bee breeder. So what am I going to do with the rest of these bees? I'll keep 1 of each, and the others I'll turn into blood. There we go, iron bee. So then a cree bee, and an iron bee. Radioactive bee. I got that one first try. That was a 1 in 2. I think if I'm going to have a bunch of radioactive bees in here, I'm going to want as much as I can fit. So, 15? Does that sound about right? Yeah, I think that's about right. It's a whole lot better than 9. And I'm going to want to make a lot of these. Okay, I've got 2 radioactive bees. I'll leave these guys to keep going. Oh, but they are child bees. So I'll need to use the baby incubator. 20 honey treats? Was that it? Oh yeah, that is it. It just takes a little while. There we go. 1 adult radioactive bee. So then, in theory, I can just leave this here for a while? And will it eventually become wasted? They have to die to radiation. I don't know how long it takes to die from radiation. Do I have to irradiate it? What happens if I put some uranium down? I mean, it'll stop pollinating. I guess I'll just leave as many bees as I can in here. Just hope that maybe it'll start happening? I don't know. And I think the last thing I'll do, and also as an excuse to wait a little longer, I'm going to set up this system again on the other side. Oh, wait a minute. I've just set all this up, and the beehive itself has a GUI. I guess I don't need the honey hopper. I guess all I need then is just this? I've already got 21 radioactive combs? Jeez. And it does generate honey, and I think regular combs as well. Yes, the last thing I want to check is, can I breed the adult bees? I can also accelerate the growth time with these flowers. Here they are. Can I? I think that's a yes. Well, I'm just gonna get 15 radioactive bees. If it turns out that I just have to end up waiting a long time for them to become wasted bees, then I guess I'll just be producing uranium in the meantime. And I definitely need that. The seeds are not quite enough. But until I can get the wasted bees, I don't think I can really bother with the rest of this yet. But I cut out quite a lot by doing this through bees. Maybe I can expand this to other things, like maybe I can get an unobtainium bee. I don't know. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I've done quite a bit with bees. I spent way too long just trying to get them to breed properly when I can use something that helps me do it. It's fine, I'm not salty. And this whole recording has taken so much longer than I thought it would, but it's done, and I have bees, and I'm one step closer to antimatter, and it is a much, much easier methodology than I was expecting it to be. And antimatter is like one of 3 big things that's hard for me to make for the ATM star. And having that more or less solved is really good. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Just doing a lot with bees. And I'm pretty happy with that. So, yeah. I guess that's all I need to say. Bye.